Townsend. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 43, here's second down and 5. Now Stroud. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got it again. Derek Harmon, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on the punt. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. 23-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Now Rodgers. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The first drive here, the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that would draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's going to go down again. Will Anderson. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
And it's 4th down.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon. They'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has the head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
All right. 18. What's that? Why Tony? Hey, Uno Mars.
Stroud. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. In motion right, that's Dell. Stroud looking to throw. That is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Stroud working out of the gun. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Mixing up the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. This first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one. Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut. And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 2.
18. What's that?
Here's Stroud. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. 3rd and 1. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third down and 1. A shotgun snap to Stroud. It's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers are going to get the football back as we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there
things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers. They'll check this one down to gain well. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to throw. Look in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he's going to go down. The Texans come out and they'll bring him to the ground. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
It's 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
There's an incompletion partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back north.
Throwing is Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Inside. 258. Inside.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Now he's going to step up and run. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that when he got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get 300. Get 300. 258. Back north.
Now Rodgers. Now he'll take this and run. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Over here.
Now it's Rodgers. And they find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Steelers first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Steelers.
Back to throw now on first down. That's to his running back, Gainwell. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the Texans' 37-yard line.
Inside.
Looking to throw. Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And the Texans will take over here just shy of the 30. First possession of the third quarter, interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offenses defensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks. Knifes his way forward here with just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Stroud to give the Marks. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Nike taxi. Wow, tonight. 18. What's up? Buggy.
And Stroud now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that?
The Steelers take over.
They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those.
And got his man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards.
When you get into the second half of the tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
Now Rodgers. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that can be the difference. Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Oh, ready? 18. What's up?
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ow, what's up? 18. What's up? Hey, uno.
Now Stroud. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does the defense force a turnover, but the defensive line to take it back for 6 points.
Pick six, they'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
On the quick, right? Under. 18. What's that?
Stroud out of the gun here. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 626. 258.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
258.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he finds Austin complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Rodgers. That'll be dumped off to Gainwell. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. That takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, ferrying around campus, right?
Maybe a gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers wants to change the look. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team. As they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. This is 1st and 10.
Tony. All right. 19 Texas.
Now Stroud. That's complete. Will Marks. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Stroud to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 29-yard line.
Oh, boy. Hey, south. Buggy. Hey.
Here's Stroud. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
Just a difficult situation to be in here in the final minute. Down 2 scores. You know you need some providence from somewhere. They're going to keep firing away till the end, but this one falls incomplete.
Speed less.
Stroud. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long time. And I know it's a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board.